Filipinos are known for being hospitable, religious, and family orientated. But do you know that there is one particular trait that makes us survive in the middle of poverty, inflation, lack of opportunities, and low salary? And this trait is resilience. Today, guys, I am here in the tenement, which is the perfect place in my city, where I'm going to feature today stories of resilience of Filipinos. And behind these walls are wonderful stories and life lessons that you might also want to learn, or probably you will learn today in this video. Okay, now guys, hello. Right now, I'm going to talk to a Filipina who has a family and she is running their family business here in Tenement. So, let's ask first si Madam, what is your name?
Glenda
Glenda?
Tiberio. Glenda Tiberio.
Okay, ma'am. Okay lang ba itanong yung age mo, ma'am? What's your age?
41.
Very young, still young. Okay, ma'am, how long do you live here na po? How long na po kayo nakatira dito sa tenement? Anong taon po yun?
Ano na, matagal na. Siguro mga ano na, 22 years.
22 years na dito. So, bata ka pa nun. And, itong business mo, ma'am, kailan ka nagsimula sa sari-sari store?
2014.
Okay, 2014. Okay. How's your situation po nung ano? Ano yung sitwasyon nyo nung pandemic?
Okay naman, medyo nakakaano kami noon kasi maganda yung business namin noon talaga nung pandemic. Talagang halos lahat ng tao dito nabili kasi nga sa labas sarado lahat ng mga tindahan.
Okay guys, Ma'am Glenda, right? Tama po. Ma'am Glenda said during pandemic, their store is, I don't know, in demand. Parang people went here to buy everything. Kasi, kayo lang po yung bukas nun? Kayo lang yung open na tindahan?
Yes, kasi sa ibang tindahan, sarado talaga yung mga maliliit na tindahan. Parang kami lang siguro bukas dito eh. Kasi kami yung malaki tindahan, may mga soft drinks. Pero yung soft drinks namin hindi tumatakbo. Mga lang, grocery.
Meron kayong family at si sir yung nasa loob.
Kasama ko.
Anong name ni sir?
Eugene.
Eugene. Okay, sige. Ma'am Glenda and si Sir Eugene, meron po kayong anak? You have kids po?
2 babae. Dalawa na silang college. Isang third year college, isang first year college.
Ano yung pinakamahirap na bagay sa pamumuhay ninyo? If ever man nagka-problem kayo, ano yung pinakamahirap?
Pinakamahirap nung nagsimula kami noon. Siguro nung bago pa lang kami, nung buntis ako. Kasi wala pa kaming noon trabaho. Asawa ko walang trabaho, ganun. Kumbaga, parang isang tao lang ang inutangan namin noon. Buntis pa ako noon. Tapos ngayon, siguro ito ay masipag siya, gumawa ng paraan ganun. Kaya nagkaroon kami ng ganitong business. Parehas nagtutulungan kami dalawa. Kaya hindi na kami nahirapan ngayon.
Ano yung pinakamahirap na problem na nararanasan ninyo? Though may tindahan kayo, meron pa rin naman tayong problem. What is that problem that you experience sa family?
Siguro tungkol sa mga namin, mga magulang namin, syempre kailangan din namin nakasuportahan yun, ganun. Parehas kami, may magulang. Pero tumutulong naman talaga kami sa magulang namin, sa mga kapatid, ganun. Hindi kami nagkulang sa kanila.
Pwede malaman magkano yung binibigay? How much do you give to your parents?
Lang siguro.
Okay lang naman yun, sige. Okay lang naman, wala yun. Walang judgment dito sa channel ko.
Mga lang siguro. Mga mababa lang mga 4 gayon. Minsan
4,000?
Minsan naman kasi may mababa, medyo may mataas ganun.
Ma'am, qualify natin 4,000 pesos o 400 pesos?
4K.
4,000 pesos, wow!
Iba sa kanya, iba rin yun sa akin.
Ayun, so Ma'am Glenda said she gives her parents 4,000 a month, mga ganon.
Hindi lang yun. Minsan, nagkakasakit din sila. Siyempre, magpapadala din ako o siya. Pag nagkasakit yung mga pamangkin, ganon, kapatid. Siyempre, hindi mo sila matiis. Papadalahan mo talaga sila. Kasi parang nandun yung awa eh. Maawa ka talaga sa kanila. Siyempre, wala din sila. Wala din silang ano.
So, I asked Ma'am Glenda further details about how do they support their family. So, she still support her siblings. Tama po? Okay. So, even though na adults na siguro, no, they are matatanda na adults na. Well, Filipino culture-wise, we obligate ourselves. Kahit parang hindi naman kailangan, we don't really need, we obligate. So, in Ma'am Glenda's case, according to her, she couldn't sleep at night knowing that what could happen to her siblings. Are they comfortable? So many times she helps her siblings. So she got 3 siblings ngayon now. And one factor, guys, is because, as you can see, ayan, she got a sari-sari store. So more likely in their family, it's seen as nakikita, it's seen as meron ka, you have something, so why don't you give something to your siblings? Parang there's an obligation there. So this time, guys, I will interview Ate Glenda's husband, si Kuya, si Mr.
Eugene Teberi.
So this is Mr. Eugene. Okay, guys, so I asked Sir Eugene about the struggles of being the head of the family. Ayun ako, same thing, guys. So, di ba, sir, nagbibigay din kayo, you also give po, nagbibigay din kayo sa magulang nyo, according to Ma'am na ring Glenda. He also gives to his parents. Ngayon, let's ask him how much do you give to your parents, Kuya, sir? Hindi naman kailangan
5K a month.
Ayun, nakalaki pa rin.
Oo, same kami na tumutulong sa parents
May
namin.
kapatid ka, sir?
May
Siblings?
wala.
Wala. Ay, naku.
Wala. May kapatid ako sa sa ibang
Family.
anong tawag dito? Sa ibang
Sa labas.
Pero may pamilya naman na yun eh.
Ayun. Naku,
Kanya-kanya na kami. So yung parents lang talaga ang tinutulungan namin kasi siyempre matanda na, hindi makakapagtrabaho. Kailangan mo talaga mabigay kahit sabihin natin may is sila, may pension. Pero ang pension kasi nila is 3K lang eh. Maliit lang. Kaya
Just one more question kay sir, which is, ito yung question ko sa kanya next. If there is an amount that could make them happy or comfortable, anong amount o halaga ng pera yung masasabi mong makakapagbigay saya sa'yo, sa pamilya mo, makakapamuhay kayo, na may negosyo kayo, makakapasya?
mga siguro almost 100K kag kumita ka ng 100K a month.
O yan.
Possible na magiging happy na kayo. Medyo malaki-laki na siya. Kung aabot ng 100K. So sa ngayon kasi sa kinikita namin sa ngayon hindi pa umaabot ng ganun. Siguro mga 60K ang kinikita namin siguro sa 1 month.
Hindi pa labas yung labas na ba yung tubo nun, tsaka capital?
Kasi hindi namin namomonitor eh.
Para tuloy-tuloy na kasi nakakatamad na rin.
Nakalabas na rin siya kasi nakakaipon din naman kami. Kaya palagay ko labas na siya yung sa 60K yung pang araw-araw namin gastusin.
Okay, guys, so I asked sir, how much money that could make them happy and live comfortably. Sabi niya is 100,000 pesos as well. Sir, nakalimutan ko pala tanong, what's your province po? Anong probinsya niyo? Tapos yung kay Ma'am Glenda.
Bicol siya. Bacolod. Bacolod ako.
Bacolod.
Bacolod. Oo.
Ayun, mga malalambing magsalita. Kaya pala As a Filipino who have talked to these people I interviewed today, I really learned a lot of lessons. It's not only about resilience, not only about perseverance, but also love to the family. Every Filipino is different, but they have their own reasons why they do such things, like supporting their siblings and their parents, even though their parents get something from the government. Thank you for being here, and I hope you guys like this video today. If you do, please do not forget to smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and also do not forget to share your comments and opinion in the comment section below. Have a nice day.